Right, everybody, change of plan. We're gonna be playing Faster Than Light. I had a little tinkering around there during the first unofficial break that I took far too early because I just was pissed off, quite rightly. But Dead State worked when I first got it, and I have no idea what's wrong with it now. It just decides to not want to work. So we're going to go with a classic instead. We're going to go with Dead State. No, we're not. Just testing you. No, we're going with Faster Than Light, which is an awesome game. And for those who haven't seen it, it's amazing. Like, it's just really, really great. I don't need to do the tutorial. As you see, I've played this before, but I'll run through it for people. We're going to start a new game. So, this is a game where you have a ship and you have a crew down here. So, let's start by naming this crew. We're going to be called Hesse. We're going to be called something, let's think. We'll have a resident geek. Right. Apologies. Right, let's start again. Let's have our resident geek. He's obviously got to have long hair for me. Because, have you seen me? Oh yes, I have to shoot this, and I'm leaning in again. I must remember not to do that. We have swamps apparently. Let's have geek and we'll have apocalypse. There we go. Oh, you won't let us have it. As an homage, because I've been watching a lot of his videos, let's call the last one Day 9. Because he's awesome. There we go. So, the name of this game is that you get a ship. We'll obviously call it the Geek Apocalypse. Which makes a lot of sense. And you get a ship to begin with. And the name of the game is kind of like in the old arcade games of the 90s. Is you're trying to reach the end part of the game and defeat the final boss. It is notoriously hard. I played this a lot of times last year. And I've only ever got to the final bit. I think like 3 or 4 times. And apparently that's hard. It is hard to do. It's not just me being, you know, inept at gaming, although some may disagree. So, let's try. I'm just noticing. I think that's why. I just noticed there's a noise. So I'm gonna see if that will work. Let's try it this way. I'm just gonna take my mic. Check. I just realised that there's a funny noise, so I'm just going to make sure I'm still... Right, hopefully. Right. I'm playing with the Avast system, which gives new systems, new weapons, new races, and all that jazz. You start with a burst laser and a bunch of missiles, which is good. So yeah, I'll tell you it all as we go along, but I'm starting on normal. The data you carry is vital to the remaining fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleets can catch up. Tip: death. Remember, losing is part of the fun. No, I'm serious. I do love a game with a sense of humour, especially with one as limited as mine. So we're going to have me driving, So this is the cockpit. This is the pilot. It requires a crew member to evade in combat or to jump, because you have a jump system to jump to other areas. You have sensors. You have doors. So you can use doors to open, which depressurizes particular areas. You can also reinforce doors to stop invaders coming in, because that can happen. What I usually do, I don't know whether this is a good idea or not, I'm not sure, but I have these three to start with, because engines can run on their own, but if you have a guy in the weapons, it's good because keeps them maintained and obviously has somebody in them. You have to have power in each individual system, so you have, if they don't have power, they don't work, basically. Who would have thought? It's as if they looked at electricity and realized that that was a valuable thing. So yeah, oxygen, obviously very important for crew members. You have weapons. We have a burst laser. We have Artemis as well, which is great. We also have some engines. And that's pretty much it. It's basically maintaining your ship, keeping your crew people alive, and completing missions and trying to get it. You have a limited number of scrap, is what the energy, money is in this game. And you also have drone parts. I never really ever used drones, because you basically can get drones that float around your ship and sort of either protect or add an extra bit of weaponry. Not really sure that's overtly useful. Although, having said that, when you fight ships that do have drones, they're actually hard to beat. So it's maybe a little bit of both, really. Number of missiles. Some weapons consume one missile when fired. That is what you need in order to fire that. So it's always good to kind of make sure that you get more missiles and from going to shops, which you luckily might find in places. And you're out of fuel. If you run out of fuel, you can't jump, which makes a lot of sense. If you have a car, you don't have any fuel, it just stops. You just get out and push. You can't push spaceships, unfortunately, and I've tried, believe me. So, without further ado, let's jump. Right, so what's great about this game is it's totally it randomizes where the sectors are and randoms the missions. You obviously get some varied missions as well, which is quite good. So let's go with... We have one float. That's where my ship is, floating around. Let's try here. I don't know. It's random. Random, people. You're detecting a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. Their weapons are charged, but they're not firing yet. Intervene, defend the outpost. Why not? They're rebels, goddammit. Right, so you can choose to pause. I usually just do it all in real time. I mean, unless I have a lot of weapons. But for the sake of playing it properly, I'm going to do it this way. So usually you want to take out their shields and weapons are the main focus. So I usually do that. Try and get their shields down, because that takes... because you don't want to die. Oh, if you run out of hull points, your ship blows up and it's game over. As you see, this person has a drone because he's got this thing firing, but my shields are currently holding. That was a good start. 2 hits. Your weapons can randomly miss as well, which is a bit annoying. Well, but obviously realistic, so you want that to... Awesome. Just making sure that it's not too loud, because I'm picking up some sort of backward stuff there. Right, okay, the ship breaks apart and you quickly salvage what you can. Ooh, I'm a salvage man. The outpost hails you. The pompous bastards expect free service just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for the help. Pompous bastards. Yeah, you pompous buffoons. You buffooneries. Okay. Day 9. Health. So, gonna jump. See what happens here. So that was a successful attack. Ooh, there's a distress call. Problem with distress calls is you may not be able to cope with them, or you may end up losing. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an inhabited planet. Their satellite defense unit has gone haywire and their repair can't approach. They're looking for help. You consider your options. The options being just one. I fired and it isn't, and it came back and hit me. Okay. Oh, great. Everything's broken. So, send my guys in to take care of it. So, what can happen is I took 5 hull damage and it randomly decided to break shit. So, I have a repair that needs to be done there. Otherwise, as you can see, they're starting to lose health because they're in a place that has no oxygen. But if I don't replace that oxygen, they're going to die anyway. Luckily, I timed that just right that they managed to survive. Okay, that's healed, so don't need to worry about that. Hesse can go back to driving the ship. Day 9. My good streaming friend can go back to... Was he? Yeah, he was manning the... He was manning the weapons, and we're going to get Mr. Geek to be all geeky with the shields. Just like Scotty. Right, so that wasn't great, so we took some hull damage. But let's motor on, let's go here, because we don't want to go too far to the right too quickly. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Intervene to defend the outpost. Yes, let's. Detecting the higher threat, the auto ship moves into to engage your ship. The pompous bastard. So English. I wonder if they were English who did this. Probably. I just want the English to take credit for such a great game. So I've opened the doors here to get rid of the fire, which is useful because the fire happened outside my main systems. And boom! Gone dead in the face. We got some stuff for that. We're motoring, people. Okay, I arrive in the system to see a pirate ship pursuing a civilian ship. These bloody pirates. You detect message from the civil ship on a distress frequency. Should I be it's either be a hero or a coward. I'm always a hero. Oh, I engaged the pirate ship. Okay, as per usual. Ooh, we have an intruder, so I usually just send everybody in. Luckily, he landed in the medical kit, so my guy's gonna get healed. Hit by sensors. Make sure we keep attacking. Ooh. Cool. So I'm gonna get... Yeah. Oh. So the civilian ship just buggered off and left me to pick up the scraps. Thanks muchly, dude. So Hesse repaired the sensors, which is good. D9 and that helped with the stuff. D9 can go back to being awesome on weapons and send Fellow Geek back to shields. Ooh, we have another distress, so we can go to the store. Can I go to the store as well? Yeah. So I'm going to go to the distress and then store next go. There's multiple maps in this, so it's not just one. Like, what I mean by maps is in the systems. So, like, this whole bit is just one, and I think there's, like, 5. And as you'll see when we get to the end of the first one, if I do, unless something horrible happens. You locate a nearby human mining colony where an unknown disease is spread virtually. They are setting up a quarantine to contain it, but a riot has broke out. something happened there where I tried to send my crew in and nothing happened, so oh well. I'm now gonna... There's only a matter of time before the ship at this beacon, and it's showing... There's only a warning ship at the beacon, and it's showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Very good. So I have a choice. Oh, well, I obviously want to fix my hull. See, that requires a missile. I want to replace that. I mean, it's a high damage thing. Basically, it basically teleports a bomb inside the ship. But I don't want to do that. Adds additional info about nearby beacons on the star system. That's cool. Okay, let's do that. Maybe buy a couple of more bombs. And that's it. Sometimes there's a separate thing where you can buy crew members and whatnot as well, which is good. But I'm just slightly worried about this. I keep hearing a little bit of noise back in my headphones. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the broadcast, it seems. So let's save. Oh, it will save it from here because you just continue. So I'm going to save and quit this. And I'm going to restart the broadcast. So I'm going to restart the broadcast. So I'm going to go for a second and come back. So I'll be back in a minute, guys. Thanks very much.